Welcome to solverfy.
All right, so problem number 32 wants to know that, basically wants you to calculate whether or not a pion, a positive pion, produced if 110 MeV protons struck a proton at rest. Now it wants to know what minimum kinetic energy must the incoming proton have. So first, let's take a look at this reaction. So if a proton collides with a proton, it's going to form, we need to know what it's going to, what the products are going to be. So the only product that we know really for sure is this pi meson. Now for proton, we need to let's look at the conservation laws real quick. So for charge, we have +1 plus 1. It's going to be equal to something plus 1. So it has to be a +1. And then a 0 plus a 0. So let's see here. Now baryon number, we've got +1 plus 1 equals, the baryon number, a pion is not a baryon, so that's a 0. So this needs to be +1 plus 1. Now for, let's see here. Now for lepton number, none of these are leptons, so we've got lepton number just needs to be 0 plus 0 is equal to 0 plus 0 plus 0. Now basically there has to be 2 baryons, so you can't have 2 leptons. Now, so the best reaction can be here to conserve both baryon number and charge and lepton number is going to be a proton plus a neutron plus the pion. All right, so now let's look at the Q of this reaction. So Q is just equal to the energy difference between the products and the reactants, which is going to be equal to, sorry, products, reactants. I had that backwards when I circled it. So this is just going to be equal to, you have 2 times the rest mass energy of a proton minus the rest mass energy of a proton plus the rest mass energy of a neutron plus the rest mass energy of the positive pion. All right, so let's plug in these numbers. 2 times 938.3 MeV minus 938.33 MeV minus 9.6 MeV minus 139.6 MeV. Okay, so now working all of this out, this comes out to minus 140.6 MeV. So basically this means that in order to create this reaction, to form this reaction, the proton that collides with the rest proton has to have a minimum of 140.6 mega electron volts. So now the question wants to know, could a pi meson be produced if a 110 mega electron volt proton struck a proton at rest? So the answer to that is no. No, a 110 MeV proton could not create the pion. All right, so now for the next part, it wants to know, well, what minimum kinetic energy must the incoming proton have? Well, that's this. So the proton must have 140.6 mega electron volts of kinetic energy in order to create the pion.